visual. Because there's snow, you can see how much the snow is retreating and how fast it's changing. And there's one particular patch of snow called the Sphinx, here it is, that doesn't melt historically in the summer. You can see it's quite a large area of snow, and that's in the summer months. That's historically. So let's have a look at where that is on the map here. You can see it's not very far, the Sphinx is not very far from Nethy Bridge in a place called Garachamore. Garachamore, that's where it is. And as I say, historically it used to last all year round, but that is changing, and it's changing fast. And there's one amazing man that's been documenting that change.
I'm Ian Cameron, and I monitor long-lasting snow patches on the hills of Scotland. We're now in mid-August, and there are the last 3 patches of snow in the whole of the Cairngorms. And they don't melt very often, at least they never used to. The patch in the middle, Sphinx, which is the highest one, that has disappeared only a handful of times in the last few hundred years. But what is really noticeable is that the rate of disappearance over the last 10 to 15 years has really accelerated a lot. So here we are at the back of the Sphinx snow patch, and still a really good depth actually, considering it is getting on for late August. That gives it a good chance of surviving through to the following snows of next winter. The Sphinx patch, and it has shrunk quite a bit since we were last here in August. It's starting to look really quite vulnerable. It could be in line for disappearance again. If it does happen, that'll be 3 years in a row, which is absolutely unheard of. So we're into uncharted waters. This is Scotland's most permanent patch of snow.
I like Ian and his work. We've got all of the technological data which give us all of that incredible visual data when it comes to looking at our climate change. But here's one man making an observation of one patch of snow, which is telling a really important story. And Ian's been doing that for about 25 years, and he's co-published a paper in this journal, which is keeping us all up to date with the progress. Historically, as Michaela said, that little patch of snow was very well known, and throughout the 1700s it never got to melt. But in 1933 it did completely disappear for the first time. It was a shocking event, it was widely reported, and then it was there permanent throughout the summers all the way up until 1959, when once again it disappeared. Then it was permanent up until recently. And then we've seen it disappear 5 times consecutively in 2017 and 2018. Now, what happened last year? Well, that did actually remain there, and by the time it got to the end of the summer, that tiny patch of snow was just the size of a dinner table. It almost disappeared for the 3rd year in a row.